about me, I would like to learn what everybody here wants to be. Okay? So I'm going to go around and I would love for you all to tell me what you guys want to be when you grow up. What would you like to be when you grow up? You don't know? You know what? That's a perfectly good answer. That means you're still learning and figuring it out. Totally okay. What about you, my love?
I want to be a squad team.
A squad team? Cool. Police officer? NASA? Nice. Soccer player. Baseball player? Ballet? Love it. I think that's awesome. Go ahead. A scientist. A reading teacher? Soccer player? Okay, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Hey man, I studied a lot of stuff before I became what I am today. Go ahead. Military. Excuse me. Over here? A soldier, nice. A doctor, okay. Math teacher. Mm-hmm. Veterinarian. What about over here? Military. And then we up here in the front. Over here? Veterinarian. Oh my God, so many people for animals. I love it. What about you, my love? Hi. Español, mi amor, ¿qué tú quieres hacer cuando te crezcas? ¿Sabes? Viaje, qué rico, me encanta. Over here? A doctor as well? Awesome. A ballerina. Nurse?
Doctor and artist.
A doctor and what?
Artist.
And artist. Love it. What do you want to be? A teacher?
An FBI.
Whoa, love that. So cool. Back there? NASA, love it. An FBI agent, I love that. A math teacher, wonderful, A dentist, okay. Oh, a dancer, beautiful. What do you want to be? You said dancer, okay. An art teacher, and I think, did you go? Tell me what you would like to be. An art teacher, and you? A ballet teacher. Did I get everybody in the middle? No? What would you like to be? What about you? You did? Okay, what about you? You did? Okay, so I got everybody? Cool. Awesome. You guys, these are all amazing careers. I love it. So I want to introduce myself now that I learned a little bit about everyone here. My name is Dr. Santiago, and I'm a psychologist and a business owner. And this, behind me, is my business. I've had this business for 5 years, but I've been a psychologist for 17 years. Okay? So does anybody know what a psychologist does? What does a psychologist do?
Someone tells you your feelings.
Very, very close. I help you learn about your feelings. I'm not going to tell you. I want you, my job is to help you guys understand and help you learn about why you think the way you do, why you feel the way you do. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My parents also have a business.
They do? Well, I'm going to talk about a little bit about starting a business. So, as a psychologist, do you only see a psychologist if you're feeling sad or if you're having problems? Is that the only reason you go to a psychologist?
No.
No. Now, who here did not know what they wanted to be when they grow up? I had like 2. Did you guys know that a psychologist can help you figure that out? Yes, absolutely. We talk to you, we learn about you, and say, well, you seem to like this, 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 and that. So maybe this is something you would like, and you work together with the psychologist. Okay? So being a doctor in psychology, I absolutely love it. I have so much flexibility of things that I can do, like start my own mental health center, okay? And do you know how much fun it is to be your own boss? So I came today for career day, but I had a patient, so guess what? My patient's coming at another time, and I get to be here because who's my boss?
You.
Me. Who makes the rules?
You.
Me. Isn't that cool? Yeah. But guess what? When my providers have questions, who are they going to ask?
You.
Me. Who's responsible for everything that happens at my center?
You.
That would be me. So, I do get to make my own rules, and I do get to figure stuff out and to do really cool stuff that not all mental health centers have, but it also does come with a big responsibility, okay? I want to tell you a little bit about some of the things that we do, though. We do all different types of therapy at our center, individual therapy, group therapy. Does anybody know what group therapy is? What is group therapy? So group therapy is when you see a psychologist, but with other people there. And you guys all talk together and help each other with the help of the psychologist. It's actually pretty cool, okay? We also provide medication, so sometimes we need to take pills to help our bodies learn different ways to react, and so we can help our brains. So the psychologist helps you to figure it out, but sometimes the body's just not listening, right? So the medication helps with that, okay? So we do provide that. We do types of testing. If anybody wants to know, I'm really, really good with reading, but when it comes to math, I don't know why it just doesn't stick. Does that mean something's wrong with me?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No, it does not. It does not mean anything is wrong with you. It just means you probably need a little bit of help. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys a secret that I didn't tell any other class. When I was little, I had a lot of trouble with math. I know. Back then, I was taken out of the classroom and taken and put in a smaller class where I was taught one-on-one a little bit extra when it came to multiplication and division. Oh my goodness. And do you know now, I'm really good at math. I'm really, really good at math now. I love it. It's you guys are so good. So now, because of that extra help that I got, and I'm going to have time for questions, I promise. Because of the extra help that I got, I became really good at it, and I used it every single day. So sometimes we need to get tested to figure out, maybe I just need a little bit of extra help in this area. And with a report that I write and a report that I sign, I can help your mommies and daddies help you get the help that you need to be able to then be really good at anything you might be having some trouble with right now. And that's another thing that the psychologist gets to do. Super cool. We also do EMDR. Oh.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you. She's the only person who can tell you if you have any of these problems. You don't auto-diagnose yourself. Because lately in my class, today there was an incident where they do things that they know they're not right, so they excuse themselves by using words that they don't even know what they mean. And today was, I have anger issues. And I'm like, you do not know what that is. And only one person can diagnose you with that. She's the lady.
Yes. That I studied for a very, very long time, guys, to be able to figure out what anger issues are, what it means, and how you can learn to help yourselves work through whatever difficulties that you might be having, okay? For example, there's a certain type of therapy called EMDR. Does anybody know what that is?
Right there.
Does anybody know what this is? Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Oh my God, those are some big words. Super simple. Sometimes when you guys think about something and it doesn't feel good, you know what? if you tap your bodies. Tap, 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 tap. Now your body is feeling something else. So if you're thinking about something or feeling something on the inside that you're having trouble getting rid of, tap. So now you're going to rewire your brain to feel something different. Okay? So that is a type of therapy that's called EMDR. You talk about things that don't feel so good and you rewire your brain. I'm feeling very angry right now. I'm going to breathe and I'm going to tap. So now I'm feeling a little less angry because I'm feeling this tapping that's happening on my body. Okay? Teachers, this is something that is very helpful in classrooms. Okay? First, breathe to calm the body. Everybody breathe. Like a balloon. Okay? And then if you're not feeling too good, just start tapping. You don't want to tap like this, tap like this. Just tap. Tap, 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 tap. Or, you know where else you can tap? Right here. And breathe. And now you rewire your brain to feel something different. So these are just some of the things that you learn in therapy, okay? Specifically that type of therapy. We also have speech therapy at our center. We have ABA therapy at our center. And all of this I put together because I own the business. Do you guys want to see some of the people that work at my business? Yeah? Let's see. How do we see that work at our business? Providers. So that's me. That's me. I promise. Hold on. You know what I know? All your questions, I want you guys to go click. Lock it in your brain. Hold on to the key. And as soon as I get to questions, we're going to open it up and remember those questions. Okay? So let's practice using our short-term memory. Okay? Lock those questions. Bloop. Lock them. Put the key in your pocket. Don't lose that key. Hold on to the key. Because at the end, I'm going to ask you to take out the key. All right? And remember all those questions. Okay? So this is me, Dr. Santiago. I got my doctorate at NOVA 17 years ago. Okay? I went to school for after high school. I still did 10 more years. It's just not as long as it sounds. I was 26 years old when I got my doctorate. Okay? And then I still had to keep going to school because I had to get my license. That's what you do when you're a professional. You also have to get a license. And I worked at a lot of other places. And I didn't really like the way they ran things at these other places. I didn't like the way they treated me as an employee. I didn't like the way they treated patients. Okay? So I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own mental health center. And I'm going to treat my providers different. They're going to get events. So we do lunches. They get prizes for being there for a certain amount of time. We do get-togethers all the time. I feed them a lot. Okay, but I like to keep my providers happy. If somebody doesn't feel good, I want them to come to the boss and say, hey, I'm not feeling so good about this, and I help make changes so that they can feel better there, because that's my job. Okay, and then I also do different things for the patients. How many people here have been to a doctor's office and gotten popcorn?
Oh, no.
At a doctor's office. Anybody got popcorn?
I got popcorn.
Yeah? Cool. Well, you can get popcorn on popcorn day at our office. You can also get balloons on Balloon-a-Rama Day. And then we also have the Wheel of Prizes. Everybody goes home with a prize after a therapy session at our office because you just spin the wheel. It says Wheel of Prizes. So you spin the wheel, and wherever it lands on, you get to take that prize home. Okay? We have the balloons. On the holidays, we do pumpkin patches. You guys can take pictures with your family at our center. And the name of our center is Monarch All Health. Monarch is a type of butterfly. So sometimes we have live butterflies at the office. Has anybody here ever been to a doctor's office, okay, where you were able to hold a butterfly in your hands, go outside and let the butterfly go? Has anybody ever done that? At a doctor's office? Has anybody ever done that?
No.
At a doctor's office? Interesting. Because you know what? At our office, you might get the opportunity to do that. Because we bring the caterpillars, and the caterpillars turns into a chrysalis. The caterpillar turns into a chrysalis. You guys call it cocoon sometimes. And then when it opens up, that's when you get the butterfly. That's right. And if that butterfly is ready to come out, when you guys are there as a patient, we might say, hey, would you like to release a butterfly outside?
Yes.
And we will take the butterfly and put it in your hand, and then you go outside and watch the butterfly fly away. So these are ideas and these are different things that we've thought about. I said, you know what? I own this place, so I'm going to do something fun for everybody. And sometimes it's a butterfly release, sometimes it's popcorn, sometimes it's a balloon. Every day it's a prize. Every day somebody gets to take home a prize. And actually we're even doing now in June, we're doing Art Month. So every patient gets to do a beautiful work of art. Okay? So these are just examples or little things for you guys to take home. They're prizes, some of the prizes that we give. Okay? Good. Also, here's our toy raffle. We also do raffles. So sometimes you'll be able to go in, fill out a ticket, and then on the ticket, you, at the end of the month, my daughter, how many people know here my daughter, Shailene? Okay. So Shailene was practically raised at the mental, at my office. So she knows all about this stuff because she's the raffle girl. She's the one that will pick the winning ticket. And then you guys get to pick whichever prize you want. So let's see, what are some other people that work at the office? Anybody recognize her? You guys like the prizes? Everybody gets something different.
Guys, clap your hands for me. Okay. Leave your hands there. Let's pay attention. We're not done. Let's close them up. Close them up.
So I'm just going to show you some of the different people that work at the office. Yes, this is my daughter, Shailene. She does also come to the school. And before she started school, she did work at the office. She would give patients paperwork to fill out. She would walk them to their rooms and let them know the doctor is ready to see you now. She did a lot of stuff before she started school here.
Put her video on.
Do you guys want to see her introduction video?
Yes.
It's not working.
Can you help me connect to the other?
The other videos are working. Oh, there we go.
Was it working before?
Yeah, it was working before.
Is it just her video that doesn't work?
Oh, it's frozen. When in doubt, refresh. Alright guys, who wants to hear Shailene's introduction video?
Girls.
Hi, my name is Shailene, and I want to be a psychologist when I grow up, and I help other patients, and I give them paperwork, and I do a lot of stuff for the patients, and I tell them where, like which room their provider's in, so testing, and I want to be a psychologist when I grow up, and I hope to see you here at Monarch.
So another provider we have, so we have different types of providers. We have doctors, we have mental health counselors. This is Janique. She does a lot of things. So she's also a therapist, but she also does billing, and she's what's called an intake coordinator, which means that she's the first person that everybody sees. We have Dr. Rodriguez, okay? We have Dr. Jennifer Sherrill. She's the one who does the EMDR that we talked about. Okay, that's her area of specialty. We have Dr. Milton. These are all people that I hired because I own business and I'm a business owner in addition to being a psychologist. And we have Dr. Araujo. Does everybody want to hear what Dr. Araujo does?
Yeah.
Let's hear Dr. Araujo.
Hello and welcome to Monarch's virtual office. My name is Katja Araujo. I am a doctor of psychology and also a cognitive behavioral therapist. I've been in the business of psychology for over 13 years now, serving the adult and geriatric populations. My background is in medical health psychology, and I will be here to serve you if you need me. Thank you.
And that's Dr. Araujo. There's also Dr. Argiro. Did anybody here say they wanted to be a soldier? Do you know he was also a soldier? He was a soldier as well, and in the U.S. Air Force, he was a veteran from the Air Force, and he's now also a doctor of psychology. Or, I'm sorry, he's a PhD, he's a doctor of philosophy. But he's also a therapist with us. So you guys can do more than one thing, okay? And then we have here Dr. Zambrano. Did everybody meet Dr. Zambrano today already? No, she's the first psychologist that I hired. Her son Nico also goes here too. So she's amazing. I absolutely love her. We have Dr. Lorenzo, who specializes in working with women, and then we have other mental health therapists. Oh my gosh, how many people work for me? I have Isayana. I have Megan. I have Delia. I have Caddy. I have Odalis. I have Anna. She's still a student. She is working on getting her doctorate. She doesn't have her doctorate yet, and she's working at my center. She also can do therapy because I supervise her, and then she's the one who administers some of the tests that we talked about. And then there's Gene. Gene is our mental health nurse practitioner. So he's the one that we go to if we think that maybe we need a little bit of medication to help us to train our brains, okay? So we have those services there. And we have Pamela. She is our speech therapist. Anybody know what speech therapy is? Yes?
Like someone who people speak for therapy?
Very good conclusion. So sometimes we have trouble with the way that we word things. We can't get the words out the right way, or maybe we have trouble eating. Believe it or not, a speech therapist is the one that can help with that. So why go all over town to get all these services when you can have them all in one center? Okay? And then we have Shauna, is our new BCBA for ABA therapy. Do you guys want to hear a little bit about what Shauna does? Yeah?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Shauna. I'm a board certified behavior analyst. I've been in the field for 10 years now. I started as a RBT and continue working in the field because I enjoy working with children and providing service to the community, supporting families. My background is early education. However, I do work with children from age 2 all the way to 21. And I look forward to working with you and your family. Thank you. Bye.
All right, so I did promise you guys that I was going to have time for questions. So did you guys all find your keys? Where are your keys? Mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost my key.
Oh no! Get a spare key, quick! Go ahead. excellent question. You know, I took one psychology class in college and I absolutely loved it. I love learning about people and helping people learn about themselves. It comes very naturally to me. It feels really good to help someone. Has anybody ever helped somebody do something and then you think, ah, I helped them. That felt awesome. That's why I like being a psychologist. You get to really help people. Go ahead.
One time, when I was in kinder, I helped my friend Vanessa on a math problem, and my teacher gave me a point
On Dojo?
in dojo, and she said you helped her on something hard.
And doesn't that feel good? I love helping.
My grandma has a broken, well, not a broken arm, but she can use her arm, so maybe I can tell her that maybe I remember that you said one of the people that you hired can help, so I can maybe tell my grandma maybe.
You've got my business card there. Tell your grandma. Go ahead.
How did you become the boss of this company?
How did I become a boss? I started the business myself. Now, you guys, when I started this business, I did not have this many people. You know how many people I had when I started the business? I'm going to show you the people I had when I started the business. Hang on. Oh, here she is. That's it. This was the business 5 years ago.
Huh?
That and Shailene. But Shailene wasn't even a year old. She was only 10 months old at the time. So when I started the business, it was really, really small. But it grew and grew and grew, and you learn by making mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes in this business. But you learn. I learned, oh, you know what? That didn't work out so well. I'm going to do it different. And then you learn the better way to do this by making mistakes. Everybody make mistakes here?
Yeah.
That's the best way to learn. I love making mistakes because then I learn the better way to do things. Any other questions? Did you forget?
No, I'm very funny. If you were a boss,
I am a boss.
how many mistakes did you have to make?
Woof. How many mistakes have I made? I have made a few mistakes. And like I said, that's how I learn. I make a mistake, I listen to what other people say, I see how other people behave, and I think, I think I want to try something different. I think people need to feel a little bit better here. Let me do something different. And then I continue that. And I learn, oh, this patient was not very happy with this rule that I made. I might have to change that rule. Okay? Are we out of time? Yeah, I think you guys are. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much.